The first 2 years of the KD experience in Phoenix has not gone exactly according to plan, but the Suns made some signings that can open up their team in a whole new way. My question is, will it be enough? Looking at it right here, man, this is a scenario that does not happen a whole lot, like at all. But the Suns got Tyus Jones, the exact player that all of basketball, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, all basketball fans around the world were like, yo, the Suns need to pick up Tyus Jones. And they did. I don't know how they got to pull it off, but I mean, it's crazy because Tyus Jones is a really good player. I mean, look at this. Averaged 12 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, shooting 41% from 3 last year in 66 games. So he started all 66 games, which I mean, he's playing in Washington. I'm glad he kind of got out of there. He's only 27. I mean, he's not that old. He's been playing in the league for a little bit, but he's been in some pretty good teams. In Minnesota, they were pretty okay with Cat and them boys. And then Memphis, they've been pretty decent over there. And so him and Washington kind of was just like money grab. But now I'm pretty sure they got him for a minimum in Phoenix, and he's going to make a huge difference because Devin Booker playing the point and Brad Beal playing the point and KD just kind of holding the ball obviously hasn't worked, like I said in the intro. It just has not. They have not made it past the second round. Not to say that it's not like a complete failure. They've been pretty good. They've won some games, but this is going to open up a whole different offense for them. I mean, imagine they have finally a solidified point guard. I mean, I heard this quote, I don't know who it was, but it was like, if you got to ask who the point guard is in the team, you don't have a good point guard. So they don't have to ask the question anymore. They've got a legit guy who can make some moves and help their offense out. Like, oh my gosh. I mean, they've got a facilitator for Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. And then Brad Beal's over there too. Bro. But this is why Tyus Jones is special. Check this out. Ready? So 12 points is cool. Rebounds, who cares? 7 assists per game last year. 1 turnover. So that is literally, effectively, an assist to turnover ratio of 7.3 assists to every turnover. That does not happen. Let me tell you. That never happens. And this is a guy who's not like a Chris Paul or like a John Stockton. This is Tyus Jones, who I guess is going to make a name for himself. And this is going to be a big deal for a Suns team that needs a guy who can lead an offense. Imagine you got Tyus Jones bringing the ball up the court, and KD and D-Book and Brad Beal with the big in the middle. Bro, defenses are just going to be shredded. It's going to be so good. But in order for it to actually be successful, we got to talk about the big three. And the big three, I'm obviously referring to KD, D-Book, and Brad Beal. KD last year averaged 27, 7, and 5, 41% from 3. Only 5 attempts from KD from 3, which is very, very interesting. 75 games, pretty durable. D-Book, 27, 4, and 7. So you already got 2 guys averaging 27 on the same team. That does not happen a lot either. D-Book doesn't shoot as much, shoots more than KD, but shoots worse at 36% on 6 attempts. 68 games, once again, pretty durable. And Brad Beal, 18, 4, and 5. I mean, you can't have 3 guys freaking averaging 27 unless you are KD, Kyrie, and probably James Harden, like back in Brooklyn. And Brad Beal, like we all know, only played 53 games, less durable. But having KD play that much, that's the guy you want playing on the games. It's Kevin freaking Durant. You want KD playing as many games as physically possible. So that's 72 points per game from 3 dudes who are all kind of having to share the ball together. Half of them were traded in the middle of the season, and D-Book's been there forever. But I mean, I think that's got to be the highest points per game from any 3 dudes, easily actually, in the entire league. I don't think there's another trio. Maybe you can get to like Chris Middleton, Giannis, and Dame, maybe Tyrese, PG, and Joel Embiid. Maybe there's that. Maybe I'm thinking of more people than I'm actually giving credit. But yeah, think of like Beal to catch and shoot, D-Book more shot create, and KD do both of those things because he's amazing and he can do whatever he wants. So you have a real point guard that can come in and make that better. It's going to be insane. I love this. So we talk about 4 guys. We talk about Tyus Jones, KD, Brad Beal, D-Book, all these guys. How's their bench? Because they need a bench to succeed. I'm going to keep it a buck. You need a bench if you're going to actually make a deep run in the playoffs nowadays. And to keep it a buck, I mean, the bench is not as bad as I thought it was, but it's definitely not great. I mean, so you have Nurk, who's not bad. That's really good. I mean, you got your 4 guys and Nurkic. Then you already see Devin Booker and Brad Beal as the backup 1 and 2, which is not great. Grayson Allen is he can shoot the lights out of he's a great shooter. Royce O'Neal he's okay. He's a pretty good defender. I think losing Josh Okogie, I guess he's out. If he can play, that's a big deal because he's a great defender. He's kind of like Royce O'Neal, kind of just throw him on. Solid defensive dog, can come in and just mess stuff up. And then signing Mason Plumlee was not bad either. I mean, I liked Mason Plumlee when he was in LA playing for the Clippers with my homies, but that's not like there's not a ton of holes, because I mean, once again, you have like KD, D-Book, and Brad Beal, but I mean, outside of that, their bench holds their weight well up to see. Grayson Allen, once again, is one of the best shooters in the league in terms of percentage and stuff like that. Got 2 good defenders. Mason Plumlee runs the floor. So if injury does not like have its toll with this team, I think this could be pretty good. I think they should be a lock for a top 6 seed. They should win regular season games, and they should get to the playoffs pretty easily. And I think they should be able to win a first-round series as well, depending on what side of that top 6 they're on. If they're maybe on the 4 seed, they could probably beat a 5 seed, right? Or I don't know if they go any higher than that. They're probably going to be in that, playing maybe the OKC, maybe not OKC, but they'll probably play around maybe Denver or Minnesota in the first round, or Memphis. That's another one. So that's kind of rough to look at. But outside of that, this is a scary team. So obviously for Contenders and Pretender series that I'm doing right now, I have to give them Pretenders. I mean, I think they can win a first round series. So get into the second round, being one of the top 8 teams in the league left, you got to be a contender. You're contending for a team. Anytime you got a healthy Kevin Durant on your team, not to mention Devin Booker and Brad Beal, with a point guard that can open up the offense, you're going to win some games. So I think they're 100% contenders. That's all I got for today. If you have not seen any of the other videos and this is your first time seeing it, first of all, welcome. Shout out. It was good. Outside of that, I got like 4 or 5 more NBA teams. Like, if you have not seen any of these videos, I've covered your favorite team, unless you're a fan of like the Wizards. I'm going alphabetically. I don't know why I chose to do that, but I'm going alphabetically. So it's been kind of fun. So the last couple teams were like Spurs, Wizards, Jazz, Blazers, you know, so it's like, and it's kind of an interesting end. I'll have to make the one video kind of interesting, but yeah, the playlist should be there. It's Contenders or Pretenders. It should be like on my face, literally like right now. If you can't see it, it might be there. And another thing is I'm doing a series where I've already had one guy reach out from the channel because I shouted it out. It was good. I'm doing a series where I'm interviewing every fan from every NBA team, right? Not every fan from every team, a fan from every single NBA team, every franchise. So if you're a fan of like the Wizards or like the Hornets, like I'm on the West Coast, so I know a lot of like Lakers, Jazz, Suns. Like, I got those teams on lock. If you're a fan of like the Raptors, like, hit me up and I'm gonna do an interview with you. I'm gonna try to do those all throughout the whole season. So if that interests you, hit me up. I got an email in the description, or in the bio, I guess, in the description. So go check that out. And yeah, I'm covering the NBA every single day on my members only. It's on the little join button next to subscribe. Just want to inform you guys, because it's probably only $2 a month, and I'm going to be doing a video every single day, unedited, raw, just unfiltered content. after every day, like all the games are over, I'm going to come here at like 10:30 at night and just like record for 10 minutes. And I know people like that kind of stuff. I like looking at that kind of stuff. So it's only $2 a month for like 30 extra videos. And then you want to support me like that, I really want to make this YouTube thing like work. So if you want to support me like that, that'd be great. But that's all I got for today. We out. Go check out those other videos.